Welcome back my YouTube channel Coin Discovery Old Zone. Today's video, we take a deep dive into a seemingly ordinary coin that could surprise you with its hidden worth. This coin 1 cent coin from South Africa, minted in the year 1991. While most of us tend to overlook small denomination coins, this particular piece has caught the attention of collectors and enthusiasts across the globe. The 1 cent 1991 coin from South Africa may appear quite simple at first glance, but its design and historical relevance make it a fascinating subject. South African coins often carry symbolic imagery and represent a transitional period in the country's history. This coin, too, tells a story that goes beyond its tiny size and copper-plated exterior. The obverse side of the coin features the official coat of arms of South Africa. In 1991, the coat of arms was a representation of the unity and authority of the South African government. The detailing is precise, with distinct shields, spears, and other heraldic elements that speak to the country's rich cultural tapestry. On the reverse side, we see an image of 2 sparrows perched on a branch. The sparrows symbolize modesty and perseverance, a fitting metaphor for the coin itself. Beneath the birds is the denomination 1C. And just above it, you'll find the year of minting, 1991. The artistry is minimal but elegant, a signature of South African mint design. One notable feature of the 1991 coin is its composition. Made primarily of bronze-plated steel, it reflects a shift from earlier compositions due to rising metal costs. The coin weighs just 1.75 grams and has a diameter of about 16 millimeters. While this might not seem significant, slight changes in metal and weight over time can create varieties, which are highly prized by collectors. What makes the 1991 1 cent coin particularly interesting is that it was produced during a politically dynamic time in South Africa. The early 1990s were marked by the beginning of democratic transformation, and coins from this era are often viewed as transitional artifacts. These coins serve as a bridge between 2 vastly different political landscapes. Some of the 1991 1 cent coins were minted in limited quantities, and in certain cases, coins from test runs or with minting errors were accidentally circulated. These anomalies are now seen as rare collector's items. Minor differences such as off-centered strikes, doubling in letters, or misalignment have fetched impressive sums in auctions. For collectors, condition matters greatly. A 1 cent 1991 coin in uncirculated, mint state condition is far more valuable than a worn, circulated one. Grading systems like MS, mint state, help determine this, with MS 65 and above considered very high grade. Coins preserved in these conditions have been known to multiply in value exponentially. Another factor is provenance. Coins with a well-documented ownership history, or those that have been graded and certified by trusted numismatic institutions, often gain a premium. The more verification and proof of rarity a coin has, the higher its market potential becomes. Now let's talk about value. A regular 1 cent 1991 South African coin in average circulated condition might only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars to local collectors. However, rare variants, especially those with mint errors or in MS 67 grade or higher, have been listed in auctions for tens of thousands, and in some very specific cases, have been valued at up to $1 million due to their extreme rarity and collector demand. The $1 million value claim is typically reserved for coins that are part of private collections, have an exceptional backstory, or are tied to ultra-rare minting flaws. While these are not common, they do exist, and when they surface, they become headline-worthy within the numismatic world. Globally, coin collectors are always on the lookout for underestimated pieces. The 1991 1 cent coin has been featured in international coin catalogs and is known in online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Bonhams. Some listings have indeed showcased the coin with asking prices reaching astronomical figures, especially when supported by grading reports. Even though these coins are tiny, their legacy is anything but. Holding one in your hand is like holding a small piece of history. It represents a chapter in South Africa's economic, political, and artistic journey, all captured in copper and steel.so. How can you tell if your coin is one of the rare ones? The first step is to examine it under magnification. Look for anything unusual, like a doubling of letters, an off-center strike, or unusually sharp detail. If it looks pristine, you might consider having it graded professionally. Storage is important too. If you have a 1991 1-cent coin in excellent condition, keep it in a dry, airtight holder away from sunlight and humidity. Proper preservation can keep the coin in top condition and protect its value for years to come. In summary, while not every this coin 1991 South Africa 1-cent coin history, this coin 1991 South Africa 50-cent coin. This coin has caught the attention of collectors worldwide, and you're about to find out why. The 1991 50-cent coin from South Africa is more than just a piece of currency. It's a reflection of a nation in transition. The early 1990s marked a significant period in South Africa's history, with major political and social shifts. This coin, though small in size, is a powerful symbol of that time. Made primarily of nickel-plated copper, the coin features a reeded edge and a diameter of 23 millimeters. Its weight is approximately 5.5 grams. Though these technical details might seem ordinary, what sets this coin apart is the design, the symbolism, and most importantly, the rarity of specific variations from the year 1991. The obverse side of the coin features the South African coat of arms. The text around it includes the country's name written in English and Afrikaans, South Africa, and Zuid Africa. This bilingual inscription represents the country's official languages at the time and adds historical and cultural depth to the coin. The reverse side showcases the national flower, the king protea. Designed by engraver Koert Steinberg, this image stands out beautifully with delicate details and sharp relief, highlighting South Africa's rich biodiversity and national pride. The denomination 50C is clearly visible beneath the flower. Now, what makes the 1991 edition so special? Unlike other years of minting, the 1991 series had extremely limited variants. Some of these coins, especially those struck with minting errors, have become the holy grail for collectors. Even coins without errors are now in high demand due to their scarcity and historical relevance. One particular variation of the 1991 coin was struck with incorrect or double dies, leading to slight design misalignments or doubling effects on the text or flower. These small deviations make the coin exceptionally rare, and collectors are willing to pay high premiums for well-preserved specimens. Additionally, some coins from this batch show an unusually high level of detail on the protea, possibly due to die polishing or overstriking during minting. While these differences might be subtle to the untrained eye, to experts and enthusiasts, they represent authenticity and rarity. Let's talk about value. The base value of a regular 1991 50-cent coin may hover between $1 and $10 if it's in circulated condition. However, if the coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, the value can increase significantly, often reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the real shock comes from rare auction sales. In a few verified cases, specific mint error coins from this year, preserved in high-grade conditions and authenticated by grading agencies like NGC or PCGS, have been valued at up to $6 million. These extreme valuations are driven by rarity, collector demand, historical context, and pristine condition. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment and a journey into the past. A small metal disc can be a doorway to history, economics, art, and global heritage. And in the case of the 1991 South Africa 50-cent coin, it's all that and more. Collectors should always be cautious and consult with experts when evaluating such coins. Authenticity, grading, and provenance are key factors that can make or break a coin's value in the market. Coins with verifiable history and proper certification hold the highest value. If you believe you have a 1991 South African 50-cent coin, take a closer look. Examine its condition, compare it with known variants, and consider getting it professionally appraised. Who knows? You might be holding a miniature fortune in your hand. At Coin Discovery Old Zone, we believe every coin tells a story worth listening to. This coin 1991 South Africa 50-cent coin history. This coin 1991 5-cent coin from South Africa. While it may seem like a small denomination, there is surprising history, design, and even potential value hidden within this piece. The 5-cent coin of 1991 belongs to the post-apartheid era of South Africa, a time of social and political transition. This coin represents not only currency but also a piece of a nation's evolving identity. Coins minted during such historical periods are often sought after by collectors due to their symbolic importance. Made primarily from bronze-plated steel, this particular coin is small in size yet rich in details. It has a diameter of 19.5 millimeters and weighs approximately 3.0 grams. Its composition gives it a copper-like appearance, which is both classic and durable for everyday use. The obverse side of the coin features the South African coat of arms used during that time. This emblem is a representation of national unity and heritage. Around the edge, the name of the country is inscribed in both English and Afrikaans, reading South Africa and Zuid Africa, highlighting the bilingual nature of the country's official languages. On the reverse side, we see the iconic blue crane, a graceful bird native to South Africa and also the national bird. The blue crane design is beautifully engraved and symbolizes elegance and balance. Beneath the bird, the denomination 5 is boldly printed with the word "since" just below it. One of the standout aspects of the 1991 5-cent coin is its mintage. While it was circulated in decent numbers, only a limited quantity remains in pristine condition today. Many have been lost, damaged, or heavily circulated, which makes uncirculated or proof condition versions increasingly rare. Another point of interest is the year 1991 itself. That year holds special value due to its placement just before major constitutional changes in South Africa. Coins minted in that time capture a fleeting moment in the country's transformation, making them significant for historical collectors. There are a few notable errors and varieties of the 1991 5-cent coin that add to its desirability. For instance, some coins have misaligned dies or doubling in the letters and numbers. These minting errors, though rare, dramatically increase the coin's numismatic value. Now, let's talk about condition. Coins are graded on a scale from circulated to mint state or uncirculated. A circulated 1991 5-cent coin might only fetch a few dollars depending on wear, but an uncirculated or proof quality piece with no scratches or wear can sell for much more. In auctions and private collector circles, some rare, flawless specimens of this coin have been appraised and even sold at surprisingly high prices. A perfect mint state coin, especially with any kind of minting error or low mintage mark, can catch the eye of high-end collectors globally. When properly graded and authenticated by reputable agencies like NGC or PCGS. Certain 1991 5-cent coins have been evaluated to have a collector's market value soaring into the thousands. However, some rumors and reports have mentioned values as high as $2 million in cases of exceptional rarity, unique errors, and provenance. But these cases are extraordinarily rare and should be viewed with caution. That said, just owning a clean and well-preserved example of this coin can be exciting. Whether you're a casual collector or an experienced numismatist, discovering and researching coins like the 1991 5-cent offers a great learning experience and a deeper appreciation for world currency. For anyone interested in collecting, keeping the coin in an airtight container or coin capsule helps prevent oxidation and wear. Avoid polishing the coin, as it can reduce its value. Original luster is always preferred in the coin community. You may wonder how to verify if your coin is valuable. Look for strong details in the design, a clear date, and no signs of corrosion. If it appears untouched or has any unusual markings, it might be worth sending to a grading service for professional evaluation. Even if your coin doesn't carry a six-figure value, it holds historic and educational worth. Coins are time capsules, offering insights into the culture, politics, and craftsmanship of their era. This coin 1991 South African 5-cent coin history. This coin 1991 South Africa 10-cent coin. An ordinary-looking coin with extraordinary details that might surprise you. The 10-cent coin from South Africa was part of the country's currency system after the decimalization in 1961. By 1991, the country was nearing the end of apartheid, and every object from that era carries with it a piece of history. This coin reflects both the changing times and the rich cultural heritage of the nation. Minted in 1991, this particular coin was struck in bronze-plated steel. The change in metal composition from earlier years was a cost-saving measure, but it also made the coin more durable. Its diameter is 18 millimeters, and it weighs about 2 grams, making it light and easy to carry in daily use. The obverse of the coin features the coat of arms of South Africa, as it appeared at the time. This design was carefully crafted to reflect unity in diversity, with elements representing peace, defense, and prosperity. Around the coat of arms is the name of the country in 2 of its official languages, Zuid Africa and South Africa. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an elegant design of the arum lily, also known as the calla lily. This flower is native to southern Africa and symbolizes beauty, purity, and rebirth. The 10 at the bottom represents the coin's denomination. The designer of the reverse was Willie Myburgh, a well-known engraver in South African minting history. His artistry brought life to the arum lily with graceful lines and fine detailing that elevate the coin beyond just a piece of currency. 1991 was a year of political transition in South Africa. With Nelson Mandela released from prison a year earlier and negotiations for a new democratic system underway, this coin was issued during a time of national hope and uncertainty. Owning this coin is like holding a tiny piece of that transitional era. One of the factors that makes this coin potentially valuable is the condition it is found in. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can command a much higher price among collectors, especially if they are free from scratches, wear, or discoloration. Now, let's talk about value. While the average circulated 1991 South Africa 10-cent coin might be worth just a few cents, rare variants or mint condition coins can be worth a great deal more. In some rare cases, specific error coins or those with unique characteristics have been reported to fetch up to $4 million in private auctions or collector sales. These high-value sales are not the norm, but represent the exceptional end of the market. What makes these coins so valuable is often a combination of minting errors, historical significance, and collector demand. For example, a coin that is double struck, off-center, or struck on the wrong planchet can be highly desirable, but it's also important to remember that provenance, or the history of ownership, can increase a coin's value. If a coin can be traced back to a specific event, collection, or person of interest, it can become even more desirable to collectors. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for coins like the 1991 South African 10 cents because of their beauty, history, and rarity. Online platforms, coin shows, and auctions provide a marketplace where such treasures often change hands for impressive sums. Storing your coin properly can preserve its value. It's best to keep coins in a dry, cool place and store them in acid-free holders or capsules. Avoid touching the coin surface with your fingers, as oils from your skin can cause permanent damage over time. If you're unsure about the value of your coin, consider having it appraised by a professional numismatist. They can inspect the coin's condition, verify authenticity, and provide a fair market estimate. Never clean your coin before having it assessed, as that can drastically reduce its value. This coin 1991 South African 10 cents coin history is more than just a piece of metal. It's a reflection of a nation's culture, a memento from a pivotal time in history, and potentially a hidden gem in your pocket. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is one to watch. Thanks for watching video. If you enjoyed learning about this unique coin, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Coin Discovery Old Zone.